Okay, I'm going to speed this up now because I've just had loads of coffee and my brain's beginning to work even though it's quite late at night. Right, so I've got lots of cubes, and we can see that in fact I've got absolutely lots, 757. So first of all, our script is going to consist of, let's say, it's going to be about 11 lines long, including gaps. Now this for very important. I don't need this. This is actually where the loop begins and it ends down here. Outside this loop, at the moment, we've just got this one command which lists whatever we've got selected and passes it into here. Then this loop goes and processes every single item in it, and we can reference single item. Now something that I just want to look at really quickly is if I grab that, we see the MEL commands appearing here. If I do that, I've got this move command. I didn't actually need to copy and paste this, by the way. I do know this, but I'm just showing you what I would do if I was starting out. And I'll move this back up for now. Move, that's a command name. Then I'm gonna then Maya passes it a flag, meaning relative. I could also make this absolute. Difference between the two is this says move it where it is, and plus this onto X, Y, and Z. Absolute says sod where it is, fill in the channel attributes X, Y, and Z as that. The difference being is if I froze transformations when it's at -100, -100, -100, and then said move absolute to 0, move absolute 1, 1, 1, it would move. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. So that absolute means it just does it based on the grid, as long as you haven't changed transformations. Relative means it does it from where it is currently and adds to it these, and you can actually obviously minuses the minus numbers. One thing that this command doesn't do, because it worked on the UI, is it doesn't have a name. In other words, it didn't say, this command does not say that I just moved p cube 5. It just said move. Except the command does have an input whereby I can put p cube 5 at the end, and it will it knows it by name, in which case I don't have to have it selected anymore. So that's interesting, because what I can now do is replace the name at the end with our variable name, which changes every single loop, and I would effectively, if I run this, it would go through and move everything relative to blah 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 blah. You know, whatever these numbers are, it would add them to it. Now, what I want to do is give it some randomness. So I'm going to create random numbers. Since I'm altering translation and probably later on scale and rotation if you want, but that's up to you. You could work that out from what I'm showing you. I'm gonna need some floats. Now I'm going to declare the floats inside this loop because I want them to be different for every single object. If I declared them outside, since it goes through in a linear fashion and it would carry this out, they'd be static numbers and it would pull the same number in every single time. Whereas if I declare them in here, because it's looping around and carrying this out for the amount of times the amount of objects that are in this list, it'll go through the amount of that times, so 757. It would generate, it will carry out this command 757 times, and I get a different number each time. So float will have x equals, and believe it or not, I don't need this weird character to carry out a rand. So let's just say minus 30 and plus 30. I don't actually need them. It would actually come up with an error if I did have those. And because I'm extremely lazy, let's just do that and then change that to Y and that to Z. Now names, I've just got random X, random Y, random Z. And same numbers in all of them. Now, we've seen that move command. So what I'm going to say now is move relative to where it is currently. Oh no, actually we'll say absolute. Random X, random Y, random Z. And then the name of what we're moving. And since this changes all the time, and semicolon. So all I've done is just replace static numbers with randomly generated ones each frame. So now if I go along, by the way, I'm just going to move, I've selected it all. In fact, it might all fit in here if I'm a bit more conservative with space. I've selected it all. I'll copy it as well just in case it crashes, which I know it won't. And while it's all selected, I'm going to select all of this, go out to my script window, highlight it and press numerical enter, and I've just spread them out in a nice little cube kind of shape arrangement, because it's randomly minus 30 plus 30 minus 30 plus 30. Now, other things that we could do, or that anybody following this could do, is also come up with random, in fact, random scale and random rotation. So now that I've moved them everywhere, what I could do is say rotate relative random x random blah, 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 and we'll have minus 180 to plus 180, and I'll just copy this, paste it there, select all of it, move over, and just press numerical enter, and they all change to be random rotations. Same thing with scale. So I could actually say, right, well, this random x, random y, and random z is going to be scale now. So we'll have, we're not going to have a minus number here. I'm going to have something like 1 and go all the way up to 3. And same for all of them. And I could just put scale absolute and just zoom out a little bit and execute this, and they all become different scales in all different axes. So yeah, quite interesting. That's just a brief overview. I know it doesn't seem like I'm doing very much, but YouTube very short, or else I could do some really bigger tutorials. But by the way, I don't just do MEL stuff. I can actually model in pretty much anything else, like fluids, dynamics, modeling, animation, stuff like that. So if anybody's got any requests, this was actually, I think the purpose for this was just to see how good I came across. And if anybody wants anything else, I don't know, leave a comment. Alright then, bye.